Hello, my wonderful friends. I'm so happy to be here with you today. And I haven't been around the past couple weeks because someone who's very precious to me and who is on the mend, I was helping to recover from surgery. So today I wanted to talk about the Great Spirit and some Native American teachings about the Great Spirit. So I also wanted to say that the Creator has many different names. So if you hear me say Great Spirit, Spirit, the Great Mystery, the Mystery, it's all the same divine being. And we believe that the Creator Spirit is just so vast that we as individuals couldn't possibly comprehend. So the Creator presented different aspects which are within us and around us. And the one that I wanted to talk about today is an aspect of the Divine Feminine, and in specific, Grandmother Moon. So even though this is a beautiful, beautiful day, let's face it, the daytime, we are completely caught up in the doing. We're taking care of different responsibilities, whether it be work, kids, projects, whatever it is that we're doing. And it can be so much so that you can even get lost in that whirligig of performing one task after another. But then how wonderful when the moon and she rises and her soft, gentle light. And I don't know about you, I get to really love just sitting outside or sometimes even inside, if it's cold, and just watch and have that beautiful, gentle moonlight just light up the scene outside, fill my room, fill my heart. And quite frankly, I have to be honest with you, being a bit of a night owl, I'm more likely to see moonrise than sunrise. But you cannot deny that when the moon comes, it is a signal for the immediate world around us to settle down. Everything becomes quieter. The din and the doing settles for another day. So one of the first lessons that Grandmother Moon teaches us is that need for quiet, the need to withdraw from everyone and everything and just be within your own space, within your own soul, within your own body. And when you're there, just to be able to breathe and ultimately to have rest. But while you're there, and with me, I usually like having a good cup of tea. You guys know how much I love my tea. Just to see how different the same scene, looking outside that window or sitting outside in your favorite spot, looks dramatically different under the light of Grandmother Moon. And so it is with us. When she asks you to go within and that quietude, to begin to reflect without judgment, just in observation, to see yourself and the world around you differently than you've had before. And with those different ways of seeing and perception, it can be very liberating. It can have you see, if you've been working on a puzzle or problem, a different way of resolving it than you've had before. At times, just peace. And just understanding people or situation differently. But it all comes from that peaceful contemplation. You know, watching the clouds race across her face in the sky, the different animals, and if it's summertime, insects that you might hear. So every day she reminds us that need to come within ourselves, that introspection, that quiet, releasing the outside world in order to be able to connect with the inside one. The other thing that she does, if you notice, is that she has a cycle of 28 days. She's always changing her face, from the new moon when her face is hidden to the full moon when she is so bright. And the second lesson that Grandmother teaches us is that really the only constant is change. And as people, you know, we might say, oh yeah, I can handle change, I like change. Really? Let me dare you with something. I dare you, and I might even triple dog dare you, go straight for it, where, say, right before you go to bed at night or right before you go out, that you alter the order in which you do things. And I'll bet you that it will begin to bug you. Did you do everything? Did you lock the doors? Did you do this? Did you do that? Because we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of routine. We like routine. We may not like what the routine does, but what she shows us, though, is that things, healthy things in life, are change. She helps to control the tides of the ocean. I firmly believe that she has an impact with conscious and subconscious over our behavior. And with that, we can see the singing of the winds. With that, she teaches us that don't hold on. Don't try to keep everything static and the same. You are not going to be the same person a year from now than you are right now sitting here with me. So as she influences the tides of the oceans, and even with women, the 28-day cycle of life, she says for you to relax. Grandmother Moon says relax, purify, release, literally go and participate with the flow of life and not holding it static. Once again, that lesson is reinforced with the new moon when she hides her face, that there are times that it is good to withdraw and be within our own selves, to when she goes to fullness, and it's good to be out amongst the people, out amongst life. And as she goes from her hiding her face to fullness, there's a time to build things up, to really get busy. And then from the full moon, when she begins to hide her face back again, that it's also good to let things go and to begin to release and to withdraw. So Grandmother Moon invites you, and she's taught us for thousands of years, that you cannot force the universe, you cannot force life. Yes, work on improving your nature, but you have to work with it. So if you're truly going to move more in harmony with life, meet yourself where you are. You're going to have your good days and your bad days. Have awareness as to what is moving, what type of energy is moving in your environment. Is it one of building up or settling things down? And truly being present with the people that you meet in order to choose how to interact. And that's what she does. Grandmother Moon, as I said to you before, and I'll go into the third teaching I'm going to give you, is she reveals what is hidden underneath the surface. So this is another reason as to why Grandmother Moon watches over things of mystery, that of mystic, that of spirituality, not only native culture, but around the world throughout time. But you need to sit with her respectfully. You need to sit with her, to learn. And there's times when she's in fullness. Again, there can be joyous celebration, times of quietude, silent contemplation. But if you are with Grandmother Moon, who again, she teaches you to see things from a different perspective, you can connect more deeply with your spirituality. You can connect more deeply with, again, those beings in power unseen, and truly begin to learn more than just the thoughts of humankind and the artificial contrivances of society. Being in rhythm with nature, your nature. Being understanding underneath potentially what is the karma that is driving a particular scenario. And if you're the practitioners of medicine or magic or spirituality or holistics, whichever, what she also teaches is how to combine and align spirit, mind, and body in order to produce beneficial effects. So Grandmother Moon teaches the way of what is truly within you is not only a matter of what manifests, but how it manifests. So if you're trying to manifest something because out of fear, and she'll say, okay, child, I really would rather not do that. But if you're trying to manifest a relationship because you're afraid of being alone, you may yet manifest it, but it won't be good. She'd rather reflect on you why you don't need to hold on to the fear of the loneliness. And then when you work with her and you bring in a new person or new love into your life, they come from that space of wanting to share. Share with purpose, share with joy, share with meaning in that regard. So when you work with her, open your heart, open your souls. She teaches the language of the heart. Again, the language of the soul, the unspoken. That which you can feel and know with your intuition, know in your bones, if you will. But sometimes words are very, very weak. But the most powerful things in life don't have words. And that's what she shows us as well. Consider this. Ever had one of those days and you had someone that you love or trusted and they just give you a hug? They didn't ask anything. They just, you could see in their eyes the language of no words. I'm here for you. I care. And giving you a hug. And just, that is just so opening, so freeing. And this is the type of connection that Grandmother Moon gives to us. A connection that goes beyond ourselves, beyond the noisy mind, but goes from heart to heart. That connects us beyond this three-dimensional world into the realms of spirit and divine energy. But like a good grandmother, she will have you practice and learn what it is that you want to manifest for yourself. And I'm smiling because I was gently being reminded by one of the Thunder Brothers. Again, I've two of my spirit counselors, the Thunder Brothers, and he was saying, but remind them, they call me little sister, that Grandmother Moon is not just all serious, you know. She's a grandmother, and I'm smiling, that doesn't mind you getting into a little harmless mischief. She doesn't mind you letting out that inner child. She doesn't mind that, and that other aspect of, even of sensuality, if you're growing into, I'm going to say intimate relationships, the more mystical and more profound if it's spiritual, the more playful and uplifting, again, if it's for manifesting things in your life in the everyday. Again, like a good grandmother, if you listen before you manifest it, regardless of what area or for whatever reason, you can be within her gaze, within her gentle light, and sit with her and ask, what is her wisdom? What is her advice? And Grandmother Moon will come and help you. And she will also help to enhance your connection with the knowing within your sacred self, with your spirit guardians, with nature. The final thing I'll mention to you as well is that, and one of the more powerful teachings, is that Grandmother Moon also teaches you to be at peace with the darkness of the night, not the darkness of the soul. She teaches you that within, when she smiles and the stars are also flying with her across the sky, that you can let go and release. In that point, the darkness of the night, like her starry cloak, she will lend to you so you can be at peace. Again, she's a beautiful, wonderful grandmother. So with this, my friends, I thank you so much. And you know what? What I would really love to hear is, how do you enjoy being with Grandmother Moon? You know, have you worked with the moon? Do you love the moon more than the sun? You know, are you a night owl or a morning lark? Again, I'm left to my devices, I'm more of an owl. I have to admit it, even though I Phoenix medicine. And it really means a lot to me if you can subscribe and like and share so the positivity can go along. And for those of you who have, I thank you so much for being with me. So until the next time we have the pleasure of being together, Wanishi, bright blessings. Go and enjoy and give yourself a nice moon bath. Take care. Taneho, Wanishi.